You're charged with yet another possession of marijuana. This is number 4. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, Logan.
On August 12th, 2024, at about 1 in the morning, stop on a vehicle, stopping past the stoplight at a red light. Officers observed the odor of marijuana upon approach. The defendant was the operator of the car. PC search uncovered marijuana in the back of the front passenger seat. The defendant admitted the marijuana was 15.5 grams.
So the stop was for stopping in front of a red light?
It's the little white line. He passed into the intersection.
Sir,
I guess into the crosswalk.
The officer told me something else that he pulled me up.
you have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Mr. Aguilar, do you have a Texas driver license?
Yeah.
Can you run his license, Logan, please?
Suspended. Because when I got pulled over, I showed him my license.
Just because you have a license doesn't mean that it's valid. At some point, you may have to renew it. You may have to do something else, or you may have tickets. And if you don't take care of it, they suspend your license. Your license is now suspended. They just checked with DPS. You will be signing an affidavit, which is a promise that you're going to make with me, Mr. Jameson Aguilar, that you're not to use or drive any car whatsoever. And if I find that you do, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car. And I don't care what you do. I don't care where you're going. I don't care how you try to justify. You will be doing a lot of time in jail. Do you understand me? I'm also ordering you not to use any alcohol or illegal drugs. How old are you? How old are you? What do you do for a living?
I sell cars sometimes, and I work once in a while. I had a job, but I got fired from my job, so I'm looking for a job. I'll be doing little side jobs and stuff.
Where do you live?
No use to rosin.
How much dope was in the car?
It was 15.5 grams, Your Honor. Additionally, when I read his driver's license, it looked like his license had 12 current suspensions for driving without insurance.
How many?
12.
You have 12? Did you say 12 tickets?
12 suspensions. I assume those are lawful tickets.
All the suspensions are DWLI. Right under the DWLI, it says no liability insurance, and that looks to be like indefinite. So,
Did you hear what they just said?
Yes, sir.
12 different suspended license cases. If I see you drive, I will literally hit the roof because I will be so upset. And if I get upset, I'm going to unleash on you. And it's not going to be in a good way. I'm now sending you for a drug test. And I'm ordering you to come back again tomorrow so we can talk about it. And when you come back at 8:30 in the morning, not at 11, not at 10:02, not at 11:42, 8:30 in your seat tomorrow. Do you understand? Then we will talk about your situation as far as what you're doing with work, whether you graduated high school, and what you're doing with your life. Mr. Jameson Aguilar, you have now, from 2021, a prior evading arrest, a felony theft from a person, another theft, an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, fleeing, attempting elude police officers, possession of marijuana, possession of marijuana, possession of marijuana. It changes now. Do you understand?
I don't get in trouble. It's just little stuff. Ben changed my life around. I'm a whole
You don't
different
change
person.
nothing. If you think you've changed, then I'm Dorothy from The Wizard of
I
Oz.
don't get in trouble. I don't do no dumb stuff, not no crash dummy, none of that. That's when I was 17, 18 years old. I'm 22.
You're in front of me now with another criminal case. And if you don't think this is nothing,
It's because I buy cars and I ain't
Stop.
clean my car. That's what
Mr. Aguilar, I'm sending you for a drug test now. And then I want you back here tomorrow. And we are going to examine your life in full to see where we go from here, to make sure that you end up on the up and up. Do you understand? That's what we're doing.
you send me for a drug test and I'm gonna come out
Right.
at the end.
I know you're going to be dirty, but I want to know. I know you're going to be dirty. I want to know what is in your system. And I want to know. And if you fail to show up tomorrow, or if you fail to go for the drug test right now, I'm going to make your bond so high, your head's going to be spinning 30 miles an hour. Do you understand? Okay. So, Billy, do you mind having him sign a reset for tomorrow? And then he's going to be with Rachel. Rachel, he tested positive for marijuana only, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Aguilar, you will be tested 31 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, you will go to jail. And I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? Yes or no? Did you graduate from high school?
GED.
Do you have your GED?
Yeah, it's at home.
Okay. What are you doing with yourself now?
Shit, I work with my dad, cut yards.
I want you to get a full-time job. You understand? Like a legitimate 40-hour week, a job. You have too much time on your hands and you're getting into trouble nonstop, over and over and over, to the tune of now, was it 9 cases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm done with it. And I'm done with you picking up cases. And the only way this is going to stop is if you start becoming a productive member of our society. That's what I expect from you. Do you understand? So you either get a full-time job or get into school full-time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks from today. And I want you to show me what you have done to get a job. If you have done nothing and you not put any applications in, life between you and I will not go well. Do you understand? I will notate absolutely everything that transpires now. When you come back in 2 weeks, I want to see proof of your GED. Do you understand? I want you to bring it to me so I can see it. Okay, Josh, let's set it off 2 weeks to see what he's done to get a job, and then he has to bring proof of his GED as well. And then we'll go from there. If you've done nothing to find a full-time job, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be happy. If I'm not happy, things just won't go well. Do you understand, Mr. Aguilar? Above all else, do not use any dope whatsoever or alcohol. You will be tested. You stand charged with now assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On April 15th at 5454 Washington Avenue, officers were dispatched an assault in progress involving weapons call at Clutch Bar parking lot. Lorenzo Castillo was arguing with an individual in the parking lot.
He's at He's at a bar?
Parking lot.
It's a restaurant. He was the designated driver. They didn't say he was intoxicated.
To Clutch Bar, but it was the parking lot of it. Officers were able to detain 2 other co-defendants, Isaac Bravo and Carlos Ventura, based on witness statements. Complainant 1 stated that the defendant, Lorenzo Castillo, swung at him first and he defended himself. The co-defendants then began beating him up at the same time, but was able to see how many more suspects were beating him up at the same time. Complainant 1 stated that he did feel pain as well to press charges. Complainant 1 had major injuries to his face and was checked out on scene by HFD, but did not want to get transported. Complainant 2 knows Lorenzo Castillo, the co-defendant. Complainant 2 stated that the defendant and several other suspects were beating on her boyfriend, and she was hugging her boyfriend in an attempt to defend him. Complainant 2 stated she was also struck by several punches by the defendant, Lorenzo Castillo, and other suspects. The complainant 2 had blood on her hands and clothing, but she stated that the blood was from her boyfriend's injuries. Complainant 2 pointed out a bump on her head and stated she felt pain from that bump. Witnesses viewed the defendant and co-defendants assaulting complainant 1 and tried to separate the complainant 2 from the incident as she was getting assaulted. Defendant Castillo and co-defendant Carlos Ventura went and opened the door to the car and continued to assault complainant 1. Witness 1 stated that the defendant is a family friend and he knows the defendant's aunt. Witness 2, who stated that the complainants and him were walking towards a clutch bar and had a verbal argument with the defendant and co-defendants, but was able to de-escalate the situation. And later on that night, that is when the complainant was ultimately assaulted by the defendant and the co-defendants on scene.
Significant injuries, you said, huh?
Checked by HFD, Your Honor. I haven't checked because the complainant 1 stated on scene that he's going to go to ER on his own. He didn't want to pay for the bill. So I'm going to check with that complainant to see if there's anything more and subpoena those records.
And Judge, the police report reads this when it says defendants. I think this offense report or whatever the summary is of 3 people. And so he's reading Ventura and he's reading Castillo. And they're the
defendant.
Very well, it's convoluted and defendant in terms of there's nothing saying what he did. They said that Ventura and Castillo went and opened the car door, started fighting this guy. According to my client, he was the designated driver. They went into this place to go eat. The other guys were drinking. They had an argument with these people before going into the place. And when they come out, the argument ensues for whatever reason. My client says he tried to break it up and then the fight ensues. So that's where we're at. Like I said, he didn't, he was just in the middle of everything, but in the police report kind of reads like that. But I
asked you to do one thing. What did I ask you to do? Stay out of trouble. You picked up an assault. Now we're revoking your bond on the DWI. You're going to jail. And I'm telling you now, you pick up a 3rd case, I'm going to make your bond so high, you're going to flip. You understand? I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with any of these people whatsoever. No weapons, no driving, anything. You understand? Let me see. I mean, I hope that there was not a bail order or there was a affidavit that you signed promising us you wouldn't drive, because then I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
His license is good. He won the ALR hearing.
Judge, who's this on?
Bravo. All right. So he goes with you now, and then I'm going to set the bond at 5,001 on the DWI, and then that's it.
You know what? Hang on to this, because I think they checked this in with you at jail. Because I don't know, I'm going to Washington for like a conference. Right, is that right? They'll be with his property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call you.
So no contact, no weapons. What were the other bumpers?
So I'm going to have him now he'll be monitored because, so don't even worry about it. It'll be with Jeremiah. So now I'm going to put a curfew on him. He can't go out in the middle of the night.
This is one of the heaviest moments in the entire hearing. The court is walking a tightrope, protecting the public while trying not to abandon someone clearly struggling with mental health. Jail isn't treatment, but unchecked release can be dangerous. This is where justice, safety, and compassion collide. What would you do if you were the judge here?
No contact with the co-defendants. Treat him like a little child. Ricardo.
Approach.
Hi.
I'm approaching on Sammy Bueno.
Is he in jail?
He's in custody, Judge.
Okay.
This is one of those cases where it's there go I or something. I think is the
They're
saying.
alive?
I'm sorry.
That they're alive?
No, it could be you, it could be me,
Okay.
just one of those. I think that's the same. But just talking to this guy, he's not. There's a competency eval that I got to submit. Okay, the issue is that takes 30 days to come back, so he's going to be sitting in jail for 30 days. We got an offer of time served on the failed to ID, and so he can't do that because I don't think he's competent. And so he's gonna be sitting in jail for 30 days. My understanding is, looking at his history, he's having situations in jail. He's telling me he's having situations in jail, and I understand that just talking to him, he would be susceptible to that. So basically what I'm trying to do is release him to a program, directly to a program, if they're able to hold him, if they have a bed for him. I'm trying to make that happen. I've talked to Pavel. He seems open to it with more info. I need to see if you're open to releasing him directly to the mental health center, the Harris Center, if I'm able to make that happen. But that would require a PR bond.
No. Because of how many times he's taken off on us.
I get it.
You know?
He's homeless, Judge.
I get it, but that doesn't excuse that your failure to come to court, right? You're still expected to come to court, especially with how many priors. He's got a laundry list of priors, and some of them are serious, you know?
I get it.
Now he picked up another assault. What happened with this newest assault, Pavel?
Judge, he was on bond for assault, and now he picked up a felon ID. And the assault, though, that was January 18th. The defendant punched the complainant with a closed fist to her face to the point where she fell to the ground. Stated she felt pain. This all took place at the Behavioral Hospital for Mental Illnesses.
Let me give a little background, if I may, Judge. So supposedly this all happened. He went to, first it's at a mental health.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Do you mind bringing him out? He needs to hear this.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sammy.
Bueno.
And Judge, actually, you weren't here. Trinidad was here at the time. So Trinidad was originally on the ABI. When we were here, he was out on bond. He showed up, he sat here, and he had some concerns for his mental health because he was making comments at the time. So,
Like what kind of comments?
suicidal comments. So we left him out on bond. Trinidad filed a motion saying he's competent, but he's hearing voices, like just, I guess, is like a CYA kind of situation. But we have something on record saying he is competent, but my understanding is today he may not be competent.
Let's see.
That's why defense wants to motion for competency.
And Judge,
My only issue is that, great, we can send them there. How do we know that they're protected though? Right. What if he lets loose in another behavioral center in the MHMRA place?
that's the thing, Judge. I can't. We can talk to him. We can inquire as to why he missed those court dates. I think you'll see where I'm coming from. That's not relevant to these cases. It's a failed to ID and it's an assault. Him missing the court date. If we just talk to him.
No.
You don't want to?
If I let him out to the MHMRA, the Harris Center, what's to say he doesn't go and beat everybody up there?
Yeah, I get it. I can't guarantee that. I get it, Judge. I get it. But I'm trying to get him some help, you know?
I get.
30 days in jail is not the help, you know?
Mr. Bueno,
Yes, sir.
how are you? How's jail?
Jail been all right.
Do you know why you're here?
Yeah, for warrants.
Tell me again.
Warrants.
Come closer. Come to the bar. I can't hear you.
Warrants.
Correct. For what though?
No, just
The assault.
assault. No.
You know what happened with the assault as to why you got arrested?
I was in a mental health hospital.
And then what happened?
Judge.
No, he's getting it. You're doing great, Mr. Bueno. You're doing fantastic.
Judge, this may go into.
Well, my point is that
I got hungry, and I asked the lady, I asked the guy for some food.
Judge, this is going in.
Okay. Mr. Bueno, your lawyer here, Mr. Laredo, wants to get you into the Harris Center to get you help. My fear is that if we do that, another assault will occur. And I do not want that to happen. The reason you are here is because no self-control.
You must exercise self-control. Do you understand? That's why you were in jail. Because when you get angry, you start going like this. And that's not what we do. Do you understand? How do I know if we take you to the Harris Center that it's not going to happen again?
I wasn't on my medicine at the time. I guess taking my medicine will help me to stay self-control.
Are you taking it now? You're not taking your medication now?
Because I don't know which way to how to get my medicine.
Can we get him into medical or something so we can get him to the medicine that he needs?
Judge, my understanding is that they're, based on what I have access to, he's on something. They're prescribing something, Risperdone, I think.
Let me see.
From what I'm able to check on. What I saw. So he's on something, to my understanding.
I'm supposed to be on 5 medicine. 5 different medicines.
Judge, and this is one of those cases where I don't want to say too much, you know, but
We're here as
schizophrenia pops up so much on his history, Judge. For years, it's been popping up, and so it's. The only reason I say that, I'm trying to get him some help, Judge. I mean,
Mr. Bueno, I want to get you into the Harris Center, but I want the people at the Harris Center protected. I don't want you to do anything like what happened at the other place. Do you understand? I will give you one chance, but if you fail me again, you will be stuck with me in jail for a long time. I will only release him to the Harris Center. And we need to know that when you speak to the people at the Harris Center, that he knows that they know about the tendencies so that they are protected as well.
so if I could just give you an update on why I'm proposing this, Judge. I did this in court 6, maybe 3 weeks ago. The way this happened was, it was kind of the same situation where he needed help. I get in contact with somebody in the MAC. They tell me supposedly there's different programs or stuff. I explain to them what's needed. They make it happen with the Harris Center. We release him directly to the Harris Center, and then he gets his help. And then
I'm okay with that.
okay. And
But like I said, only if he gets released to them and they pick him up and they take him directly there.
right, that's what we were able to do last time, and that'd be their expectation this time as well.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll it to what's today, Wednesday?
So
Friday?
perhaps reach out to Brad Morris so that we can get into like a mental health PTI or perhaps something like that, to that caliber, not necessarily a PTI or however they want to craft it. I don't care,
Got it.
but that they release them directly to the Harris Center.
Okay. I think I was kind of on board depending on what they say, but I'll keep working to that.
Judge, I think we should hold off on the PR bond until we have something set in stone.
Oh,
I'm not giving them a PR bond today, of course.
I thought that was,
No.
I thought that was the direction where we're going.
No,
No.
nope. Not until I know
Yeah,
where
sure.
we sign the document
Sure.
and we have a releasing document to the actual Harris Center.
Yeah.
That's only until that.
My only concerns were, once I can file the order, but basically the Harris Center will just say, we
No.
don't have a basis. to hold
We're
it.
not ready yet.
Yeah,
Not
so.
ready. It's too premature.
And that's where I'm
That's
getting,
the route.
yeah, that's where I'm getting in contact with Max, sure, and everything else, so I have answers for you guys, and with the idea that he's
Yeah.
gonna be taken care of over there, and I'll come back with you guys, but everybody's on board, it seems like, so.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Bueno, self-control.
Yes, self-control. I'm trying to learn to do that, self-control.
That's why everybody's in jail, because they have no self-control.
Start doing that self-control.
Good. Good things will happen then.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Judge, thank you for the opportunity. All right. Sam, I'll talk to you in a minute. Yes.
Paradone is for schizophrenia.
What's that?
It didn't say that he's taking anything. I didn't see that he's actually taking
I
anything.
didn't see it.
Or that he's been prescribed.
It's for schizophrenia, bipolar, and
On a page that I could see on the orange sheet or whatever, on top it says what he's taking, meds currently taking or something. So, but yeah, judges, so I'm gonna touch base with the MAC person, get everything in order for you guys, and then you guys
Set
can
it-
sign off on it.
Perhaps a week, or how long you want to do it?
Judge, I'm gonna try to make it happen by Friday,
Okay,
or,
however you want.
he's right, as of April 13th, he's taking risperidone.
that's what I saw, yeah.
Okay, good.
And,
Maybe that's why perhaps he was as good as he was today.
yeah.
Able to communicate, he was doing great.
And he's homeless, Judge, when, I'm assuming he's not taking his stuff when he's homeless, so, yeah.
That's right.
But let me reset it. Thank you, guys.
I'm gonna step down briefly and then we can do it. I think you were good for this.
I'll report on that. Set Monday. I'm still trying to figure
But the felony's going.
Hey, Mr. Stryker.
This is the moment the courtroom temperature spikes. The judge isn't just angry, he's laying down clear, enforceable consequences. 12 license suspensions is not a slip-up, it's a pattern. Judges see patterns, not excuses. Question for you. At what point does the court stop giving warnings and start giving time?
Me too.
Touche.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Misdemeanor, took control of the felony. Shift the misdemeanors.
Ms. Williams, let's go through this. In June of 22, you had an interference that dismissed. In September of 2022, you had an injury to a child dismissed. In September of 23, an aggravated assault against a family member dismissed. Pursuant to that, you pled to a robbery and they put you on a probation for a robbery case. Since that time, you've now picked up in January of this year, a failure to stop being information. We gave you a bond, you got out. And now you've picked up another 2 cases. You picked up an evading arrest and a failure to identify oneself to a peace officer. Let's go through those. Do you mind going through probable cause on the 2 newest cases, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So on these cases, on April 13, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault in Harris County, Texas. Officers arrived and observed a large crowd of people in the parking lot. Officer observed them to be walking away from the scene. Officer told them to stay at the location. Officer then spoke to an individual who stated 2 girls jumped her, and she got video of it. Complainant pointed out the defendant and stated she is one of the girls who jumped her. Defendant began to walk away again. Officer told defendant to stop, and defendant began running away from the officer. Officer chased defendant. Defendant ran 100 feet before being caught. Defendant then gave the name of her sister. A JBC officer ran the defendant's friends that came back to the defendant. The warrant out for arrest for the FSGI.
So she had the warrant out.
She had a
for the
warrant, I believe, for the.
We're looking at the Dems just to be sure which warrant we're talking about. It's going to be warrant out from Judge Nelson's court in the 42nd.
Yes. So she picked up the FSGI, they subsequently filed the motion to adjudicate.
Got it.
That
Okay.
was the warrant that was issued, that was.
So here's what we're gonna do. I am now revoking your bond on the failure to stopping of information. And they gave you 2 PR bonds on your 2 newest cases? I don't think so. I'm now revoking those PR bonds as well, and I'm gonna raise those up as well. And I'm gonna tell you, if you do get out again, I'm gonna order you under home confinement. Because when you get out, nothing good happens. Do you understand, Ms. Williams? The only thing we want are streets to be safe. And does that happen? Okay, so,
I'm not saying you're guilty of it, okay? And we're just saying we have right to a jury trial. We have
the,
It's just a matter of, the judge wants to make sure that you're safe and that everyone is safe if you get out, okay?
no,
All right?
the problem, Ms. Williams, is that you're on bond or on probation for a very serious robbery case where people go to prison for 20 years. The only thing we ask you to do is behave yourself. And when you put yourself in a situation where it's inevitable that bad things are going to happen,
Again, and Judge, I would like to say that Judge, dating in the field ID, again, we're not conceding that they happen, we're just, but they are moments of being scared, Judge. I just, she's not out there.
I don't know. It sounds to me like she's not charged with another assault.
And again, Judge, it's just,
I mean,
she's not there stealing or anything else, some intentional thing. It is in the moment, it's obviously she's scared and she maybe makes a decision that she shouldn't make, but we'll look at the evidence, Judge, and approach it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, for sure. So, for now, I'm gonna set all the bonds at 5,003,
Yes, Judge.
and then we'll go from there, man.
We approach it, we'll get some more information, Judge.
Sure.
As well as when we get some information on the felony.
They're not
Thank you,
gonna
Judge.
file any new cases, are they? The assault or anything?
That's unknown right now, but Your Honor, I think for now, the charges are just gonna stay at this.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
¿Qué tal? Solo mire, fácil le contestan en español.
Yeah, please.
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
Antonio Vergara.
Ok, solo mira para allá. Antonio Vergara.
Vergara.
Your Honor.
Is it
Page
River?
27, be like boy.
Got it.
Vergara.
Vergara.
Ah, era ese Vergara.
Yeah.
Are we doing a plea, Marjorie?
Yes, Your Honor.
What time are we looking at?
21 days.
Okay.
Mr. Belgada, you're charged with burglary of a vehicle. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 21 days in jail with credit for the 22 days that you've done. You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Do you understand?
Sí.
From now on, if you pick up any future cases, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You must also understand that if you continue to pick up these burglary of a motor vehicle cases, they can use these to enhance you to a felony. And then you will be looking at serious time in prison. Not only that, you live in Texas. You mess with the wrong person, they're gonna shoot you dead, like it happened 2 weeks ago. Do you understand?
¿Entendió, señor?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Ofensa. Solo míralo, a él le dije, no me mira a mí, escuche muy bien. Guilty.
Find you guilty. I will follow the agreement.
De acuerdo, claro.
Good luck to you, sir.
Diga lo que quiera.
Okay. Mr. Contreras, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant, which I think is the one that's getting dismissed. In exchange for your plea on the reckless driving, you're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days with 2 days credit. This will go now on your record. You are now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up another case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me make one more thing abundantly clear to you. To those people who act like a schlemiel in a car, the Texas legislature has made it extremely easy for them to take your car and seize it from you permanently. If you are caught racing, reckless driving, donuts, this type of act or street takeovers, I'm telling you, because we had a guy here last week on his second case, they took and they seized his car. This is now your first reckless driving. You pick up another one of these cases, it's very well possible they take your car from you permanently. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty to something, you can never change this. You will be stuck with this for the rest of your life. How do you plead to this offense? I'm extremely serious that I couldn't believe it myself when they came in here and he told me that they seized his car. I couldn't believe it, but they're doing it. So be very careful. The next time you race, you may lose it permanently. Good luck, guys. Thanks. I'll roll you. I'll roll it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Davis. Thanks, guys.
Make sure you go down to the seat. You're giving this, otherwise you'll.
Okay, hey, you ready?
For Angel Pena in custody,
Okay,
this was the,
you don't have to remind me. I remember, Mr. Payne.
so it is a marijuana gun case, so we don't have labs yet. He's telling me that, the client's telling me that all of his GPS violations.
I'm not letting him out.
Okay.
We've had a lot of history with this guy. We've had a lot of issues, and I know that if I let him out, it's just going to continue. So he's going to have to pony up the money, but I don't trust him. I don't. We've given him way too many chances. It's now his fourth case.
Okay. Just, can I say that he says that he would even be willing to do a 24-hour house arrest?
Can you bring him out, please? Give me a second. I'll talk to him.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Tell me. Come on up. Mr. Pena, come on up. How's jail? You don't get it, though. You don't get it. Like, some people they just don't get it. We gave you a chance. We've given you so many chances. You violated our bond at least 6 times on your first gun case. You pled 5 times you violated the first time. You picked up another case, a weed case, got rid of that case. Then you picked up another gun case. And when you picked up that third case, the gun case, you violated bond 7 times. That means I let you out at least 6 times and you violated conditions. And now you picked up a 4th case, and within 2 weeks of you getting out, you violate conditions, and you want me to let you out? Cute. What do you think I should say?
I later said, I didn't know it was in my parking lot. Like, I didn't know I couldn't go to my parking lot. Like, if not, I wouldn't have went outside at all. Like, that address, if you search it up, it's literally my parking lot. I didn't know I couldn't be in my parking lot. Like, I'm willing to do 24/7 house arrest, sir, to prove to you, like, I'm trying to do good for real. Like,
I don't believe you.
Like, I was really in my parking lot.
History is any indication. If I let you out in another 3 weeks, you'll be up here again with more violations. And Mr. Pena, you're way too much drama for me. I'm not going to do that again. I've learned my lesson. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fool me 12 times, shame on me. I'm sorry, Connor. It ain't going to happen. Bye. Let's set it off a week. and then we'll see in a week. Okay? I'm not gonna keep him forever. But I want him to stew for a while to really get it. And then in a week, but don't tell him, please. I want him to have the fear of not knowing when he's gonna get out, because that's really sucks, you know? Okay, so a week. A week on payment.
Pause right here. This is actually solid advice. Anything the defendant says now can only hurt him later. What's wild is how quickly this goes from a routine traffic stop to a full-blown legal mess. One small mistake at a red light, and suddenly the stakes are real. Drop a comment. Do you think this stop was justified, or did it escalate too fast?
I'm 19.
That's it. You stay with me. I'm revoking your bond.
Make an exception to tell somebody to bring my grandma, because she doesn't know how to drive, and I drove her up here.
Where's your grandmother?
She's up. And Louis Deli is like a restaurant from here. I just left her parked there. She doesn't know how to drive.
You just left your grandma in the car?
Yeah, because I needed to get up here. She was my only way to get here.
Is she in approaching the acronym capital the GED that you wanted her program to get into? She's in the process of enrolling, which is probably not what court wanted to hear. But
where's she? Come up, ma'am.
Transportation and some living situation issues right now.
Let's find out. What are you doing with your life, man?
What am I doing with my life? Right now, I'm currently barely getting stable at the house. I just recently moved house with my grandparents, but we switched locations from over there, Galleria, to over here, Aldine, Westville.
Still living with your grandparents?
Yes, I'm the only one that lives with them. I'm the one that tries to help them out.
How old are they?
They are 65 and up.
They don't need help.
Are they ill?
My grandma is.
Okay. What do you do? Are you working? You going to school?
I'm not working no more right now. I just recently left my job 2 weeks ago.
Why? I told you to get a job, not lose a job.
I already had a job when I had first seen you, but I left it because it's a 40-minute drive away. I don't have transportation right now.
So what have you been doing between now and then, for the last 2 weeks?
Well, I've been looking for a different job nearby, and I got an interview coming up on the 8th for Academy.
Sending you for a drug and alcohol test now. What are you going to test positive for?
For THC.
Not going to go well for you, Ms. Capitio.
I should be there from the first time that we got arrested.
So you haven't smoked since the last time you've been arrested? Because I think she's saying it may be something still in her system from when she was here. I don't see the date.
You mean from August?
That's what, 60 days?
Really? Really?
Yes, sir.
Sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now, Ms. Capitio. What I seem to think is happening is that you're not doing anything but smoking weed and doing nothing.
That's not
And
right.
that's not gonna happen. Really? We'll see. I'm sending you for a drug test now. You must come right back and we'll see what happens. Hey, are you coming to hang out or what? Me too.
I'm done for the day. I'm about to go.
Have fun.
Ms.
Come up,
Capitio,
ma'am. What happened? For what?
THC, no alcohol, because we don't know the levels, but.
How old is she? How old are you?
I'm 19.
That's it. You stay with me. I'm revoking your bond, man.
Make an exception to tell somebody to bring my grandma, because she doesn't know how to drive, and I drove her up here.
Where's your grandmother?
She's up. And Louis Deli is like a restaurant from here. I just left her parked there. She doesn't know how to drive.
You just left your grandma in the car?
Yeah, because I needed to get up here. She was my only way to get here.
Is she in a?
Does she have a license to drive? Do you even have a license to drive?
I don't, sir.
So your grandmother drove
It's
you?
like
or
one
you drove
thing
her?
after the
I
other.
drove my grandma here.
Why'd you
I
bring
don't
her
have
here?
any transportation, sir. I had to
You
get
can't drive if you ain't got a license and insurance.
I was trying to provoke this. I was not trying to get arrested, sir.
Everything we asked you to do, you did the exact opposite.
Sir, I was working on it. I just need you to help me with this. I'm just asking you for like 1 more week, and I'll get it together. I haven't been smoking. I'm sorry. That's been there for a minute. I haven't smoked because I know I have.
Yeah, I believe it.
The tests are gonna eventually show something else, and you're not gonna believe me.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Slider, but I mean, it's like, it's literally, it's one thing after the other. with
Hear
me.
me out, sir. Judge, can I speak to you?
You know what? I don't want to talk about the case, and you're really in enough hot water as it is, because the problem is your grandmother probably doesn't have that many resources as is. So who do you have now that's going to pony up $10,000 to get you out? You stuck like Chuck now for the next couple months in custody. All I asked you to do was be clean and do something productive. She goes with you. Oh, hey, Mr. Slider, what was her last name?
Capatillo.
Capatillo, that's right.
Page 6.
6.
Not only that, she bond forfeited how many times? I don't know what to do. I really don't.
Try to figure out what our grandmother has to do with.
Because the problem is that like, I can't let her drive home. She don't even get a license and insurance. So even if I let her out, I can't let her drive. Will you do me a favor? Will you ask her if grandmother has the ability to drive?
Or is there
Right.
someone else that can come here and drive her? I'll find out.
Please.
Thank you, Judge.
You'll get that, Judge. You don't even smoke cigarettes.
Oh, hell no.
You'll get there.
Oh, I hope so. You know,
No doubt about it.
at
Anything
one-
don't smoke cigarettes to get there. Well, I take that back. My someone didn't smoke neither, but he did. Good case you know.
I know people who smoke packs of unfiltered cigarettes that live to 90.
Yeah.
That's not much. You know, I wanted to let you know that I'm bringing you out here because I feel really bad. But you've done nothing to help yourself. But smoke weed, you're driving without a license, and you continue to violate conditions of this court. You didn't show up like a week or two ago, you know? So it's one thing after the other. We are trying to do everything in our power to get through to you, to try to better yourself and to get to, we truly want the best for you. But at this point in time, you're your own worst enemy. You're doing nothing for us to also help you out. If I let you go now, that's enabling you, telling you it's okay for you to continue to conduct and act like you're doing. Ms. Capatillo, it is not. Me, if I let you out now, it's enabling you, and I refuse to do that. I want you to understand that we mean business. And this is what happens when you don't follow conditions. We mean business. No catch and release here. Good. We'll see you in a couple days, and I really truly hope that you now will appreciate this, okay? I'm not letting you out. What I want you to understand is that if I let you out, you will get the understanding that it's okay for you to continue to do what you're doing, and it's not. One more thing. I'm not going to let you plead guilty just to get out. You pleading guilty to a theft case will be the absolute worst thing you can do because you will become unemployable. No one will hire you. You will be unable to get an apartment, a loan for anything, to get a car, a house, apartment. You want funding for financial aid for schooling for this, not with a theft conviction. But I want you to understand that we mean business, and I hope that this is the length that we have to go to. All right? Okay, thank you. Whoa, hold on. I need to decide this. One more thing. The most important thing in this life, do not drive without a license and liability insurance. You will be signing an affidavit with me right now. This is a promise you're making to me not to drive. And if you do, I can have a contempt hearing and you can be facing up to 180 days in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. If you get into a car and you get into an accident and you don't have insurance, you've completely messed with everyone. And I know you don't have money. But if you get into an accident with someone who's got like a BMW Jaguar, or even whatever it may be, they're out a ton of money and it's not fair. All I'm trying to do is what's fair. All right, come on up here. We'll have you swear to this and then we'll let you go. Good morning, Mr. Alexander. So you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
2024, officers were dispatched to 11910 Chetman Drive in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the mother of the defendant, told the officers that her 11-year-old son, the second complainant, was riding his bike down the street when he passed the defendant. Complainant 2 and the defendant know each other. When they passed, the defendant began insulting the son, and the defendant pulled what appeared to be a tan handgun from his waistband and pointed at the second complainant while making remarks about shooting him. After the second complainant told his family about what happened, they went to look for the defendant and confronted him. The defendant reached into his waistband again, but the complainant's family was able to wrestle the gun away, which turned out to be a BB gun. The officers noted that the BB gun appeared to be very similar to a real gun in appearance.
Alexander, are you here with anyone today?
Sure.
Who are you here with?
My mom.
Go grab her, please. Go grab your mom.
Are you mom? Yeah. Come on up.
Come on up, Mom.
Good morning.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
Did you hear everything that happened?
Some of it, I couldn't hear all of it.
Let's hear it again. Okay, do you mind, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks.
On September 23rd, officers were dispatched to 11910 Chetman Drive in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the mother of the 13-year-old boy, told the officers that her son was riding down the street riding his bike when the son passed the defendant. The complainant and the defendant know each other, and when they passed, the defendant began insulting the son, and the defendant pulled what appeared to be a tan handgun from his waistband and pointed it at the complainant while making remarks about shooting him. After the complainant told his family about what happened, they went to look for the defendant and confronted him. The defendant reached into the waistband again, but the complainant's family was able to wrestle away the gun, which turned out to be a BB gun. The officers noted the BB gun appeared to be very similar to a real gun in appearance.
Lucky he's not charged with aggravated assault. You know, they could charge you with a very serious offense where you're looking at serious time in prison. You're lucky they didn't, Mr. Alexander. How old are you, sir? You're 18. What do you do with yourself these days? Spit the gum out, man.
You chewing gum?
Your attitude toward me right now, Mr. Alexander, it really, really sucks. You have an air of arrogance on you. Either that or... Has he been with you all morning?
I'm sorry?
Has he been with you all morning?
Yes, yes.
If I drug test you right now, what's going to show up, Mr. Alexander? What's going to show up? I'm sending him for a drug and alcohol test right now. I'd like to know what, if anything, is in his system. We have to. I don't even know what to say, but all I know.
I mean, you brought me up here, so do I have permission to speak?
Absolutely.
Okay, so respectfully, I would submit that these are the alleged charges. There is extenuating circumstances, and the report from the complainant is actually not accurate. That family has actually made verbal and written threats to my son, and we have proof of that. So while I understand that these sound quite egregious, it is not the whole story.
I understand. And I know that there's always two sides to a story. I get it. And you will have the opportunity. But within the first 5 minutes that I've met him, his behavior towards me, his demeanor, the way he looks, just
That's anxiety. He's standing in the courtroom. He's standing in the courtroom for the first time. And he doesn't have his attorney, he doesn't have an attorney yet. And this is a process that's foreign to him. So what I would, implore from you is don't take his demeanor as disrespect. He is anxious. He's been anxious all morning. He has been with me all morning and he doesn't really know what to say. So I understand that you're getting a first impression from him, but he is still a very young adult and this is his first experience in a courtroom.
Right. I agree with you. Mr. Alexander, what you need to understand is that you're 18. You've got this bag of money on your neck, and this life is but a very, very short. Look at me. Look at me. This life is a very short one, and it can be a very happy life, or it can be a rotten, miserable existence of a life. What you do now will dictate the next 40 to 50 years of your life. You work hard now at 18 to 20 to 30 to maybe 40 so that you're not working like a dog when you're 70 to 80 and you can actually have a life and retire. This, by picking up criminal cases at 18, you're moving backwards. How far did you even make it in high school?
He's uncomfortable talking to me, asking me to answer.
I want you to answer. I want to get to know you, Mr. Alexander. I want to know what's sorry?
Said 11th grade, Your
He said
Honor.
11th grade.
You need an education, Mr. Alexander. If you're going to do anything in this life, you need an education.
I got my education.
I want to do everything I can to help you out. Okay? I really do. If he's smoking weed, it stops today. Okay? I'm going to drug test him right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in his system. If he tests positive, then I'm going to test him again in 40 days, give or take. The marijuana stops now. And I want him to get back in school. He either needs to be in school full-time or get a full-time job so that he's not running in the streets. Mr. Alexander, I am also making it a condition of your bond that you're not allowed to have any kind of weapons whatsoever for any reason. I can give you a lawyer to try to help you out as much as I can, and I will waive all your fees so you won't be responsible for any cost for anything.
Thank you.
All I want is him to be as productive and as good of a person as he can be. And starting out with criminal cases at 18 and to where he can't even talk to me, we need to change that.
I just make a comment about the bond conditions.
Sure, of course.
I called the complainant's mother in this case a few days ago and kind of spoke to her about what happened. And I learned that there is a history between this family and the defendant. Back in the summer, this defendant stole a gun out of the complainant's house. He asked to enter the house under the guise that his mother had kicked him out, went into one of the complainant's uncle's bedrooms and stole a gun. He FaceTimed the complainant's uncle a few days later, flashing the gun, telling them that he was going to come hit up the house while flashing the gun at him. They used to walk to the same bus stop. They used to come out of the same bus stop, the complainant and this defendant. The complainant is terrified of the defendant. We've asked for no contact. We've also asked for GPS monitoring because of that. They don't attend the same school, but they were stopping at the same bus stop. Now the complainant asks that his uncle walks into the school bus every day because he is so scared of the defendant. And as I think is mentioned in the PC statement, the complainant in this case is 13 years old.
Was there a police report filed for that incident?
There was. I have the incident number.
For that one you're referring to about the gun?
Yes, where the gun was stolen.
What happened? They didn't follow it up. They didn't call the police. They didn't, theft of a firearm is a very serious felony.
According to the complainant's mother, they filed a report. She provided me with an incident number.
How long ago was this?
This was she said July. It was in July. I can attempt to follow up with the responding agency. I'm not sure if it was the sheriff's office or not, but I mean, either way, there is like a history between these two families. And the complainant and his mother are both in fear of the defendant.
So, Mr. Alexander,
I would again submit that this family lives around the corner from us. We have never been approached. He lives at home with me. In July, we actually were in Panama for his 18th birthday. We weren't even home. There was never a time he was kicked out of my house.
were you out in Panama the entire month?
We were out in Panama from July 10th until the beginning of August, yes. So.
Well, that's not the entire month.
Well, most of the month, excuse me. And in addition to that, no one has come to investigate anything at my house.
Okay, so Mr. Alexander, I'm issuing a protective order over this child, this other kid. You're not allowed to have contact with this person or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. Do you understand, sir? You're not allowed to be in possession of weapons. You're not allowed to have any kind of threatening or harassing behavior with this child. If they call back and they say that you have harassed them, then I will revoke the bond and I'm going to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, I will not give you any more PR bonds. So all I'm asking you to do is stay away. No one is finding you guilty now. We're just asking that you guys separate and don't have any contact. That's it. I am going to put an ankle monitor so I know that you're not going anywhere near their house. But like I said, I'll cover the cost of anything, so it won't cost you guys anything. You must charge this thing on a daily basis, Mr. Alexander. If you don't charge it, the battery goes dead, then we will file a motion to revoke. Not a motion to revoke, but I'll revoke the bond. So as it stands now, what we'll do is I will send you now for a drug test. We're going to have you come back. I want to know what, if anything, is in it. And then I will provide you between now and then a lawyer, and we'll go from there. Do you have any other questions?
That family is in possession of my bicycle, not his, it's mine. They actually stole that from him. You know, I would like my bike back.
There's proper channels to do it. I don't know how, but as it stands now, he can't go over there, can't have any contact with them whatsoever. You know, and I would venture to guess that if you go over there as well, it's probably going to be even more bad blood. So
no, I don't have any.
Perhaps you can find someone else, like another intermediary, that can go over there and try to get a bike back. But at this point, just don't have any contact with them. And when you come back, then we'll have you speak to someone. Okay. All right. I'm going to have you sign a go ahead.
Want to do it today?
Correct. Yes. Mr. Alexander, I want you to either get a job or get into school full time. But when you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. Your brain craves activity. It needs activity. And when you don't challenge yourself with either school or a job or anything, then bad things are they're just gonna come and happen. You have to occupy your life. You have to do something. Where we're headed now, you're going the opposite way of how you should be doing things. This is not a good way to start at 18. All right, please. Can you file a protective order, please, on the child? Thanks. Okay, Mr.
I'm here, Mr. Alexander.
Come up, Mr. Alexander. Mom, come on up. Let me tell you something at the outset, Mr. Alexander. Everything that I want for you, I want the best for you, okay? At times, the conditions that I place on you, you may not like it, and that I'm okay with that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do the best thing for you, and what I think and I hope it is the best thing to achieve our goal, which is to make you a person that's an upstanding young man that's headed toward greatness. So he tested positive for what? Just marijuana? Okay, no more. You will be tested 40 days from today. If you continue to smoke marijuana, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. Do you understand? Yes or no? Okay, I want you to understand that you are also not allowed to use anything that has THC in it. No oils, gummies, vape pens. What else is there? I don't, CBD, nothing you're not allowed to use. Do you understand? Okay, Mom, what else should we do? School, work, what should we do? What do you think would be the best?
I encourage therapy all the time. I think the therapy.
Say it again?
Therapy, I think therapy is beneficial for therapists.
Okay, I can make that a condition of his bond, that if he doesn't go to the therapist, then he can stay with us as well. You have to do your therapy as well. Mr. Alexander, what happens if you don't do your therapy? I want you to understand this one more thing. I want you to be nice to your mom. The conditions that I place on you now has nothing to do with your mother. If your mother tells me that you're disrespecting her or not being nice or not following her rules, you will stay with me. Do you understand, sir?
That's not an issue at all. My son, he is respectful to me.
I hope so. I really do.
Yeah.
Do you think that we need to put a curfew on him?
I don't think he needs a curfew. I think he's good.
Okay. I want to do whatever you think is right. So if you need anything else in the future, if you want anything else, all you have to do is let Mr. Elick know, and then we can help you out with whatever. What about school or work now?
The educational treatment center.
Okay.
He's on probation. He has a relationship with them.
Wait. Is he on probation now?
No, he's not on probation.
Okay.
He was in the GD program there.
Great.
He has a relationship with them.
Okay.
And so, the hardship is transportation. He was doing Z-Trip before for pickup and drop off. If we can make arrangements for him to participate in that program, he did exceptionally well there. They have familiarity with him and a relationship with him. Despite the charges, like I said, there's great extenuating circumstances, but he is quite intelligent. And he, there's a lot more to this story and his story than is shown in, the affidavit that is being presented to you. But AJ, I call him AJ Alvis, he has a lot going for him more than this statement shows. So if he has the right circumstances, I think that he'll do.
Mr. Alexander, why do you always look so upset? Sorry? When you smile and when you're nice to people, it goes a long way. It really, really does. When you meet with these people, they have your life in their hands. And if you go up there and you act aggressive or passive aggressive, you're not going to get what you want. But if you go in there, if you're nice, you crack a joke and make them smile and make them laugh, you can have them eating out of your hands. I feel like I'm talking to him, you're just not getting anything.
No, I think he gives you. I think that they're, like I said, there's a component of anxiety and depression.
Is he taking any medication?
He's not. Other than for he has physical conditions that he takes medication for.
Has he been diagnosed to take anything? Or no?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Has he been diagnosed or anything? Any, I guess anything.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
He's also had 49 surgeries.
For what?
He has a rare incurable condition. There's a lot more to the story than you know.
No, I will help you as much as I can. I really do. And anything you need, he works with the managers assigned counsel, so they have resources. All you have to do is ask, and we can give you Whatever we have, we're prepared to give to you. And like I said,
Start with making sure that he has transportation to get to the GED program.
we can look into that, certainly. Yeah.
From my home, that would definitely benefit. He has a desire, he just needs the path, and he needs to mitigate the depression.
You have to want it as well. AJ, if you don't want it, you'll end up nowhere, man. Okay. So we'll just reset your case now. We'll set you out 40 days. We'll have him come back to the next setting. He's going to test. I hope he tests negative, and we'll go from there. Anything in between, just let me know whatever you need. Mr. AJ, don't pick up any new cases, and don't be talking to the 13-year-old. That's all I'm asking you to do. No contact. Okay?